Do you know the way to Bethlehem? Today we're going on a journey, you and I. So give your mom a hug, slip on your sneakers, and off we go. We'll travel through time and make a few stops along the way. Are you ready? Destination Bethlehem. Long, long ago, God's world was perfect, beautiful, exciting, colorful, and peaceful, full of the most awesome creations. God loved his perfect world. He created two people to help him look after it. It was a big job and a big responsibility, especially the listening and obeying part. Jealous Satan rubbed his hands together and got busy. He tricked Adam and Eve into forgetting God's rules, and so they had to leave that perfect place. Sin had come into God's perfect creation. It broke God's heart. So, sadly, Adam and Eve left God's garden and started over. Children were born, who grew up and had children, who grew up and had children, who grew up and also had children, until God's people were scattered through the whole earth. But there was trouble everywhere. God's people often forgot God, but God didn't forget his disobedient children. God promised a rescue plan to save us, all of us, even before we knew we needed him. What a big promise. As thousands of years passed, God kept reminding his people, us, all of us, to watch and wait and be ready for the big rescue. We'll just keep on our journey. In the middle of the mess God's people had made, God saw Noah. He liked what he saw. Noah was a good man and a master boat builder. God said to Noah, "The world is a mess. I'm going to start over, but I'm not giving up on my people. I have a job for you." Noah's plans changed. He and his family became part of God's plan for the big rescue. After 40 days and so much rain, Noah's family and the creatures were reminded of God's promise to his people. Now we're off again to the country of Canaan. There's Abraham in his nomad tent. God spoke to Abraham and promised to make him the father of God's chosen family. Even though Abraham was already 100 years old, God promised him a son to start the family tree, Isaac. Once again, God promised Abraham and Isaac and Jacob and Samuel and David that he would rescue his people and give them a savior. Now let's visit Isaiah's house. We call him a prophet, a man of God. Look, he's busy writing another rescue message from God. Listen. All right then, the Lord himself will give you the sign. Look, the virgin will conceive a child. She will give birth to a son and will call him Emmanuel. For 7,000 years, 77 generations of God's people believed and waited and got ready. Thousands of years after Satan wrecked God's perfect world, God kept his promise. But wait, we still have miles before we reach our destination. Come, take my hand. Let's climb the hill to Nazareth. In a faraway eastern land, educated sky watchers were busy studying the night skies, the planets, the sun, the moon, and the stars. They had read of the coming of a great king and searched the skies for a sign that a new king was to be born. And so for years they watched and waited. One night, just before sunrise, a rare, large star appeared in the night sky. It was time. And so they set out to look for the promised king. "Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and have come to worship him. Where is this king? Bethlehem? Such a small town? No kings there. There are kings in Jerusalem, but Bethlehem? Not likely. But let's ask. Do you know the way to Bethlehem? 600 years after God talked to Isaiah, it was time. God gave a very big assignment to his right-hand angel. Go to that young girl in Nazareth. There she is, minding her own business, preparing the sheep wool for weaving, and dreaming about her wedding to Joseph the carpenter. Tell her that I have other work for her to do. And right then, all of Mary's plans became God's plans. God has chosen you to be the mother of Jesus. Right, Bethlehem. We've almost reached our destination. Are we there yet? Look over there, sheep and shepherds. They sure are excited about something. Shouldn't they be in the fields minding their sheep? But look, angels in the night sky, making a holy racket. What good news! Do you know the way to Bethlehem? We've journeyed through the night. We've heard a child lies there, the blessed Son of God. Heaven's light now fills the sky. Angels sing a lullaby. Do you know the way to Bethlehem? Come, take my hand.